my my point of view on the God of War theory and what I think stand bad. I'm looking at this whole thing here. I just beat the game, so I'm looking at everything that happened during the game. So it's a lot said about everything here. You know, between the giant, between Faye talking to the Giants, right? You see, she's speaking to the Giants. I can zoom in for y'all, let y'all know what I see. So we see Freya with the Leviathan X speaking with the Giants. I don't know who these Giants might be at some point. They do pose relevance. And behind the Giants is the gate to Jotunheim. And so we go up. I guess this is Faye again, depicting on the outfit, what she has on. You see with the red marks, and then you get all the way up here. Let me just stroll back a little bit so you can see the whole thing. This should be pretty good. So now you get to see everything that I'm talking about between Faye speaking with the Giants, daughter Jotunheim, Faye again with, I guess it's Atreus there. And you stroll over, you see you see when they first met. It's like an up and down type of way. So I just point like from right here. It starts right here, then it gets right here, then it gets up there, and then it gets right here. This is the part where Kratos meets Faye. Sometimes it get confusing saying phase, then Freya, then phase, then Freya, then phase, and Freya. So you see Freya here with Kratos holding the pig, with the Leviathan axe in hand, with whatever the fuck that is right there. We should touch up on that too, because I don't really know what's there. And so forth. When they first met the real serpent, key factors in the game. We gonna pay attention to this because this is the part where Freya was talking to the Giants. They argued about something that's written in Norse, and I don't have the current technology in order to like cipher what they saying. So this is in Norse, and so everything around here is in Norse. You see Kratos holding the boar, meeting the turtle, find the real serpent. Then we get over to this wall here, where it's more artwork, more things that Frey did up here. As you can see, the fight with Balder, and then the fight with the dragon, and then the fight with Magni and Modi with Kratos fighting Magni and Modi, sons of Thor, and these two are Thamir on top, Thamir on the bottom, with being in Thamir's corpse and Thamir being revived by Freya for a brief moment to help fight against Kratos and Atreus alongside Balder. And then you get the cuts when they was in the hill. And then you see this Morium. I don't really know what this stands for. I guess that's phase in a way. And then as the game cut over, I can't really flip this, but it's like a Morium of Kratos being dead, and everything is disaster. With Mir possibly being back on the head and the crows. Remember the old father is the crow father too. And at the end of here you see that Atreus is walking alongside three wolves. Now, with all this being said, I think the next game gonna be like how it just was. Kratos picking up what Kratos did and Mimir. I think Thor's gonna beat Kratos the first time around. As you can see, it's a lot of destruction here on the wall. This is the second game. I think Atreus will eventually turn evil, or if not, he gonna like being like he gonna be captured by You know, the real serpent, not the real serpent, but Thor, because he's gonna kill Kratos. Sorry, Kratos, you might not live past this one. Let's give us to this part with Atreus unlocking all of his powers. And I think the Crowfather will take him and head back. This got me thinking about a lot of God of War theories and a lot of things that I've seen in God of War games, alongside seeing this memorial on previous YouTube pages, previous games, including me beating myself. So this is more or less a preview of what I'm looking at and something that I completed, a game I bought, I completed, and it really got me thinking about a lot of stuff because the game didn't really say too much about a lot of stuff that they should have said something about. Like they did, like remember coming back to the part where you fight Magni and Modi. These are the sons of Thor. And then to Brock brought up that it's gonna be rough if your dad finds out. You know, I mean, if Thor find out that Kratos killed him, and then by Kratos killing one of his brothers, which is Balder and Faye. So Kratos' goal as of right now isn't to stop fathers from killing sons because he taught Atreus that we're gonna be the gods we want to be and not the gods who've been before. So I think the story of Kratos on that time period is over with because he, not Zeus, but Kratos probably gonna be the one to end the cycle between fathers killing sons and sons killing fathers. And I'm picturing here, he might have stopped that cycle, but he hasn't stopped the cycle between revenge. You know, as of right now, Freya is seeking revenge on Kratos for killing Balder, and Thor might be seeking vengeance on Kratos for killing Balder and his two sons, especially Modi. I mean, not Modi, but Magni. You know, it really depends on what the game want to take the direction in, how the game want to take its direction. Because I think Kratos is probably gonna die in the first part. It might come back in Helheim, but like on the other side, when Mimir said not to, and Kratos gonna he gonna be thinking about his son. So Kratos, knowing him, he broke out of hell about a few times in previous games. He probably do it the next. Probably get back in his vengeful ways in order to get his son back. But I feel like he gonna have to go through Thor. It's gonna be a few games before Kratos do, because we still got to go forward from here in order to back up my theory. So let me continue the game. But I'm leaving it right now as Kratos gonna be dead by the next game due to a fight with Thor. But I don't think it'll be the end of Kratos. So let's go further into this game.
Look, it's Mother's. She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us.
Of course.
Watching over us. Leading us home. Let's finish it.
Come on. I do believe Atreus is the god of mischief. Only because everything in the game happens because of Atreus. Let me go back to the place. Atreus is gonna be the main enemy of the game, but he gonna have to deal with like a lot of consequence, a lot of self-thought, a lot of shame, a lot of vengeance. But I don't think vengeance and shame gonna work out for Atreus at the same time because everything happened because of him. Atreus already started Ragnarok with the quilt, being on Atreus' body. The time that he fought Balder, when Kratos put that there, he knew that was gonna be it. If Atreus got more common sense, all right. So in that case, if Kratos, in that case, if Freya was the former wife of Odin, exactly, and Odin is Aesir god. Same with Freya at one point. Same with Thor. Same with the sons of Thor, Magni and Modi, Heimdall. and all the other people that's in Asgard, he would have known that something would have been fishy if he knew that Freya, by Freya being the wife of Odin, that something gonna be wrong. If what I'm basically saying is, he knew something was up the second she threw away the quilt that was on his chest. The quilt, the same quilt they used against Balder. And at the same time, Atreus is the person that Atreus basically is a person that is pretty smart for his age, pretty kind of evil for his age, judging by what he did to Magni when Magni was beaten. You know, he killed Magni, but he would never let that shit sit in his chest. He would never let Balder bait him to hitting him. It's the same thing as when he tricked his brother, his blind brother in Norse mythology, to shoot Balder and hit him with the thing, but it's the other way around. Kratos was the one hurt, but he was the one stepped up. So if he going for Kratos, he not thinking about what's on his chest. He's just trying to go through. At the same time, Balder didn't know what was the key to breaking the spell either, but Freya knew. But Freya wasn't thinking about the chest, thinking about the thing that was buried right here in his chest. It was the mistletoe arrow, and by him placing that there was kind of signaling Balder to hit him in the chest. That's why when he hit him, he didn't kill him, but he felt that hit when he hit the fucking missile arrow. So Atreus kind of figured that that missile was gonna be the only thing that could stop Balder. And the sad part about it is nobody touched up on that. Nobody thought about it like, wow, why do we still got that though? What is he planning with that? Nobody until the game was over with to understand that Atreus not no dummy. His father teach him how to fight, and he take full advantage of it. He part. The man is literally part giant, part god of war, which means mischief is another thing that causes war. You know, by him being a son of Kratos, by Kratos passing on that heritage into him, he basically passing it on as a new god, but a god that he want to be. And then further on in the game, Kratos did say that he would let Atreus kill him. Keyword. But if we looking at this panel here, the hidden panel of Kratos did, Kratos was fighting Thor, but they was fighting until Thor had to want to kill Atreus from participating in that. Kratos risked his life to save Atreus, and that's Atreus playing all alone because he know Kratos would die to save him, but he said he had never killed Kratos. So if he had never killed Kratos, he'd have somebody else do it for him. That's why you see him. That's why you see him when he had Kratos. He wasn't crying. He wasn't moping his tears. He wasn't even crying. He was just, I could say, absorbing him or so. You know. And you see him walking off. You see him walking off with the wolves here. He don't look mad. It's just basically what he had thought planned. So I don't think exactly Kratos being the one dead and gone forever. I think that at some point in the game, Kratos is gonna die again, and Atreus is gonna be the one to take over the game. But it only goes as far as how long Kratos will be killed. He might be in Helheim for a long period of time until he find Atreus again. But at the same time, Atreus would already start a Ragnarok. So Kratos would come back in time to stop Atreus from being like him. And that's part of the theory. So we're gonna continue up with this game, and we're gonna still talk more about this because I feel like this is an interesting topic. I feel like everything out here was set out and planned for this to happen. And look at this shit. Look at this. What the fuck? These are giants, dude. These are not regular people. These are literal giants. These people who died. Look at all this. This is a land full of giants. And Thor is probably the main reason why they did. Or maybe dropping off the ashes will revive them all. Because
Father,
No,
Atreus was
we
more
do it
close to his
together.
mother than Kratos. Kratos was dealing with his own problems.
Son,
So it could have been something they had set up between Atreus and Faye that don't got nothing to do with Kratos, but have something to do with the Giants. Azir and Jotun always was at it ever since the first Ragnarok, where they had Surtur and Skadi and Hymnir and Thamir. All the original Giants was alive at the same time. But I feel like this was happening probably around the same time Kratos was out to kill Zeus. It hadn't happened that many years back, but this probably happened before. Kratos seeing his own death. He ain't scared of it. He's a grown man. He's a Spartan warrior. But the thing is, remember what Kratos told Mimir. Anything that is written cannot be written. Basically saying, in prediction of a god, if a god wrote something down, it can always be rewritten. So gods don't really make your path, but it's giants that we talking about, not gods.
Giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.
come.
But I see the game going in 3 directions. Number 1, Kratos might be coming back to life
So,
to save his son if he
I
get
think my mother was
captured.
a giant,
2,
which makes me part giant.
Atreus can be coming
And
back to
part
life.
mortal.
Right. I guess
I
there's
mean,
just one thing I don't
Atreus can
understand.
be seeking revenge for the death of
My name on
Kratos.
the wall.
3,
The giants called me Loki.
all of the above.
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
Exactly.
A question for another day. Let us go home.
Because Kratos don't speak their language. So he called, when Faye was talking to the giants, Faye called Atreus Loki. And Kratos never understood that. Key factor. Last wish. Now we get to look at the giants in a more pleasant view. I don't know who the fuck these giants is, but they big as hell. See this giant and that giant and that giant and that giant. These must have happened during Ragnarok. That giant. Pretty sure it's more giants than them giants there. If I can count how many dead giants I see a lot of dead giants.
Father,
And they might be back around before you know it. What's up? So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28. So it's 28 dead giants here. And it's a lot of giants, so maybe war between the AZ and the Giants, Faye might have thought the Atreus would be their last hope and made him Loki. He wouldn't be a warrior. but
Kind?
he'll be a person that,
Did she know
that kicks it off and
Is
be
this
smart
what
enough
she
to know
wanted
it.
us to see? Did she want us to tell the people or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
See,
So
he
what
don't
should we
even know.
do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh. So,
Cause
why'd
Kratos
you
don't know
want to
what
name
the
me
fuck going
Atreus?
on.
I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When
And
the
I feel
day
like
came
Mimir
for
had
him to
something to do
lay
with
down
this
his
too,
life
because
in battle,
Mimir,
his
he the smartest man
sacrifice
alive,
saved
but
countless
he
others
never
and
said nothing
turned the
about Loki.
tide in our favor.
But then again, Loki can transform into
carried him
people and
home on
other
his
things.
shield and
So
bared
we would never know who the
all
fuck Loki
honors of
actually
Spartan
is.
custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story.
So
Mimir
in other
missed it.
words, Kratos might be the one that you see him play with, but Loki would be the person that's getting Kratos, that's telling Kratos and leading Kratos on to what he need, that what he want him to kill. Get what I mean? Because without the game, Kratos would have Kratos wouldn't have known how to speak them languages, but Atreus did. Atreus is a god of mystery because he directs Kratos to what needs to be done. It's like he started Ragnarok. He literally decides fate for Kratos. I don't even think he's saying Kratos did, but he did not get no fuck what he did. So I think at the end of the day, Kratos probably adapted because he want to save that man. What the fuck? Alone. Shit, I can't see nothing, man. What the fuck? Somebody walking back up there? Oh, I was in the light part. Damn.
I understand if you want to go home, but maybe helping people is part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
Who started it? We can start our new game plus soon. It's Atreus. Atreus a fucking mission. Now we will go back to big guy.
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you want to realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder, it's become something else. The stuff of omens.
Omens for the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. From snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
Yeah. I wish I could rerun what he just said. Loki is up to everything. That little kid right there, everything happened.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrotum. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason? Guys, just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah, we heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving, and also to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
Okay. Cold in the motherfucker. Matter of fact, what the fuck is I'm doing? I can just use the Bifrost. It's too cold out.
Brothers, there's another thing I must let you know. From the time you were away in Jotunheim.
Well, tell us then.
It concerns Freya. She paid me a visit.
What did you tell her?
What little I know about where Odin may have kept her Valkyrie wings. Seems she's rather bent on reclaiming her warrior spirit. I'm afraid the cycle of vengeance may not be so easily broken.
That right though. He was able to end the cycle of sons killing fathers, but he couldn't end the cycle of revenge.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your tadger.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
The ball!
they had story. Beat the game, and I showed you what I mean by Atrius when you want to start everything. I tried to touch up with a lot of other YouTubers, a lot of other people who make YouTube videos that's similar to this, and I'm not gonna say no names. That I could have collaborated with and made something way better. It's two guys, and I ain't really got all the technology now, but the channel of Bleach Fan 2.0 is still on the rise. And I hope y'all liked my video. And just give me a like, comment, subscribe to everything that I do, including the time that I stopped playing for the sequel. And enjoy the end of the game. Thank you so much.